Good afternoon and welcome. It's an honour to welcome President Xi to Downing Street. This state visit, in which the President of China is spending almost a week here in Britain, marks a key moment in the relationship between our two countries. It's founded on a basic belief, which President Xi and I share, that a strong relationship is in the interests of both Britain and China. We discussed this when we first met in Beijing nearly 8 years ago, and this week's visit and the many concrete agreements being reached as part of it are clear signs of how far the relationship between our countries has progressed in the intervening period. A strong relationship is in both our countries' interests, not just because it brings investment and jobs and higher living standards for our peoples, vital though those things are. The more we trade together, the more we have a stake in each other's success, and the more we understand each other, the more that we can work together to confront the problems that face our world today. The stronger the relationship between our countries, the more we'll be able to have a serious dialogue. We may not always agree, but we can discuss issues openly and constructively. Today, Britain and China have strong diplomatic relations, our businesses are creating deeper ties, and our people-to-people links are close. But there are opportunities to do so much more. We should go further on trade and investment, not only for China to invest in the United Kingdom, but also for British businesses to expand and grow in China. We should increase our financial and economic cooperation with the UK as the partner of choice for China in the West. And we must do more to work in partnership on the global issues that affect us both, from climate change to tackling poverty, and global health issues, working together to combat instability and extremism. As President Xi said yesterday, our task is now to seize these opportunities, and I'd like to say a word on some of the key areas for cooperation. First, trade and investment. Since the last state visit in 2005, our exports to China have quadrupled. In the last 5 years, they've increased by 140%, growing to almost £20 billion per year, making us the second largest investor into China. And investment both ways has also grown, with Chinese investment into the UK reaching over $5 billion in 2014. So I want to see more trade flowing between our countries, like Geely, owner of the London taxi company, announcing a £50 million investment in the United Kingdom today. We've got Chinese companies investing in Heathrow, in Thames Water. We've got UK architects designing Chinese cities. And I'm pleased to announce today that we're signing an historic deal to build the Hinkley nuclear power station, providing reliable, affordable energy for nearly 6 million homes and creating more than 25,000 jobs, all the while working together to build a low-carbon future. Turning now to our economic and financial relationship, China is well on its way to becoming the largest economy in the world. Last year, the United Kingdom was the fastest growing economy in the G7, and we are the leading champion within the European Union of open markets and free trade agreements. Here again, we're determined to take our relationship to the next level, including through the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, which will be of enormous benefit to the region, as well as opening up more opportunities for British business to help drive growth and jobs. And we were the first Western economy to issue an RMB bond outside China, which will be of great benefit to London. Today, President Xi and I have discussed how we can build on these ties through the UK-China Infrastructure Alliance. This will place UK firms at the forefront of opportunities to work with Chinese companies on infrastructure projects, including President Xi's One Belt, One Road initiative and our own Northern Powerhouse. We've also discussed the excess global supply of steel and how we can tackle it. But our relationship goes beyond trade and investment. China and Britain are both global powers with a global outlook. We share an interest in a stable and ordered world in which countries play by the rules and work together to address threats to our security and to our prosperity. We've discussed today how, as permanent members of the Security Council, we can deepen that cooperation across the board. We've already worked together successfully to deliver an agreement to stop Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. And we've talked about some of the less familiar challenges we now face, such as how to tackle antimicrobial resistance, where the UK is a world leader. And I'm pleased today to announce that we have established a new fund to support vital research and development on this issue. We also discussed ways in which we can work together on international development, so the UK and China will work more closely to tackle global poverty and promote economic development in Africa, global health, international disaster relief, and opportunities for women and girls. It's testament to our strong relationship that we're able to work on these important issues, and also that we're able to have open discussions on more difficult issues, such as cyber, where we've reached a new agreement on cyber-enabled commercial espionage, and on human rights. So this visit marks the start of a new era. Some have called it a golden era in relations between Britain and China, an era of stronger economic ties, deeper trade links, closer relations between our peoples, and meaningful dialogue on the issues that matter to us both. And all of this is rooted in a relationship between our two old countries, a relationship fit for the 21st century, benefiting not just our nations and our peoples, but also the wider world. Thank you, President Xi.
尊敬的卡梅伦首相，
Mr. Prime Minister,
各位记者朋友，
friends from the media,
大家好。
good
首
afternoon.
先，我谨转达
First of all,
中国人民对英
I
国人
wish to
民的
convey
诚挚问
a
候。
cordial greetings and best wishes from the Chinese people towards the British
英国
people.
王室和政
The
府
royal family and government of the
对我这次访
UK
问给予
have
了
accorded to me
周密、
thoughtful
安排
arrangement
和热情的
and
接待。
warm hospitality.
我对此表示
I wish to
衷
express
心的
my
感谢。
heartfelt gratitude.
中英两国都是
China
具
and
有
the
重大
UK
重要影响力
are
的大
both major countries with
今
significant
年是中英
influence.
全面战略伙伴
This
关
year
系
is the beginning of the
10
second
年的
decade
开局之
of China-UK comprehensive strategic
两国关
partnership,
系正站在新
and
的
this
起点。
relationship has come to a new
我
starting
这次
point.
对英国进行国事访问，
I'm making this state visit
就是
to
为
the
了
UK
继往开来，
to build on past
进一
achievements,
步提高两国政治互
elevate
信
our
水平，
political mutual trust,
深化双
deepen
边各领域的
practical
务实合作
cooperation in all fields,
推动中英关
and
系
take China-UK ties to a new level.
昨天我出席了
Yesterday,
20女王
I had
举行的
a full program of a state visit accorded to me by Her Majesty the Queen, and I was deeply impressed by the pageantry and warmth
刚
throughout.
才我同
And just
卡梅伦
now,
首相
I had a
进行了富有
productive
成效的
meeting
会
with Prime Minister
就许
Cameron,
多问题达成重要的
and
共
we
识，
reached important consensus on
并
many
一致
issues
同意
and agreed
宣布构建中
and
英面
announced
向
here
21
that
世
we will
纪
build
全
a
球
global
全面战略伙伴
comprehensive
关系，
strategic partnership between our countries in the 21st
共
century,
同开启
and
持
jointly
久
open up
开放
a golden
共
era
赢的
of
中
an
英关
enduring,
系
inclusive,
黄金时代，
win-win China-UK
共
relationship,
创两国
and
关系的
jointly create an even brighter future for our relations.
访问期间，
During
我
the
达成了一
visit,
系列重要成果，
we achieved
我同
a string
卡梅伦
of
首相
outcomes
见证和将要签署部分政府和企业间的合作
Prime
文
Minister
件，
and I will witness the signing of
包括
some
中国企业
intergovernmental and business
参与英
cooperation
国新克
documents,
利角核电站项目。
which include the Hinkley Point
这是
nuclear
近年
power
来中英
station
合作的
with the involvement
旗舰
of
项目，
Chinese company. And this is
将
a
为今后
flagship
双方深化
project
务
of
实合作
cooperation between our countries in
发挥示范
recent
作用。
years, and it will lead to more practical cooperation of this
双方金融合作
kind between the two
继
sides.
续走在前列，
Our financial cooperation continues to lead the way.
中方将在伦敦发
China
行中
will
国之外
issue in London
首支人民币主
RMB
权债券
sovereign bond outside China for
中
the
国人民
first
银
time,
行将
and the
在英
People's
国
Bank
发
of
行
China will
50
issue
亿
in
元
the
人民
UK
币央行票
5 billion RMB central bank bills,
两国中央银行将双
and
边
the
本
two
币
central
互换规
banks
模
will
从
extend
2000亿
bilateral currency
提高到
swap from
3500亿人民币
200 billion to 350 billion
人民币
RMB,
绿色债券首次在英国发行。
and first RMB green bond will be issued in the UK.
中国有一句谚语
There is a
一个今天抵得上两
saying
个
in
明天
English, one
中国人
one
常说
today is
时
worth
不
two
我待
tomorrows.
只争朝夕
And the Chinese people often say, seize the
让我
day,
们共
seize
同
the
抓住
hour.
机遇开头
Let's
进
seize
取
the opportunity
推
and
动中
forge
英关
ahead
系不
together
断取得
to
新的
promote further
更大的发展
progress in China-UK
为两
relations
国人民乃至
and
世界
bring
带来
more benefits
更多
to
的福
people of
祉
our countries and
谢谢
rest of the world. Thank you.